Hey, it's a Scotch Test Dummies. I'm Scott.
Ooh, Bart here.
Cedar Ridge single malt. We've had this one for a while.
Fire.
Bart said, let's review it.
I love it. It's single malt. I didn't even button all the way. Look at this. We're going to test it. Button your shirt style.
Sounds good to me style.
We're in. We're also, a little bit later, you're going to learn a little more about the dummies.
Maybe. We got
a couple things. Do you want me to
let's
say now?
not yet.
Hold on. You tell me when we're going to bring it in. This is going to be a little fun because
you just told me about this deal, and I was like, we got to talk about that on the show.
So weird. Woo! All right, yeah, this one's been sitting dusty on the shelf for a while. I like single malts.
We bought this at Freeman's in Oklahoma City several years ago.
That's got to be 7 or 8 years ago, even. Because we've been doing this for 10 years. Yeah, you're trying to
we were on our way to Austin, probably. When we started, probably 2018, 2019. Still a few years.
By the way, go to ScotchTestDummies.com. You can get a bamboo stopper with a grommet.
Cedar Ridge single malt whiskey, batch number 8. Yeah, a lot of dust on this. This was $42.99 at the time.
That was a good price back in aughts. It's got a raw nose.
Cedar Ridge, Iowa.
Ooh, I like it. Coming out of Iowa.
750 milliliter was 40%.
Yeah, anytime I saw a single malt, I picked it up back in the day. I just wanted to try it.
Now,
this may not even exist anymore. What?
So before we went live, Bart said Bart runs a board game channel as well called Bonding with Board Games. I hate to advertise.
No, you love it. Bonding with board games and RPGs, role-playing games.
You go, oh man, I just had a comment. If you notice in our background, there's some different toys.
Yes, I love putting bling up here. It's a little busy.
There's some Star Wars memorabilia. A lot of Star Wars. We're both Star Wars fans.
Nuts.
Bart got a comment on his board game channel said, why do you have a gun?
Yeah, why you got a gun with
in the background?
With a scope.
I can see
scope on it.
Scary.
Yeah, what do you got it in there? Some board gamers, not all, but some board gamers, they get a little nervous around weaponry. Now, we're both LEO related. We're not nervous around weaponry.
Military.
Right.
Both been military, law enforcement.
I had what's known as probably one of the most powerful weapons in the universe back there on the shelf.
Are you going to keep it up?
Yeah.
After this?
Oh, yeah.
All right, bring it in.
Still staying in.
This was the gun that offended people.
This is a blaster. Watch out. Watch out. It wore off.
Han Solo's blaster.
Han Solo's
There's
blaster.
a designation for it.
I can't remember.
Yeah,
I know.
It's like the HR-249.
Z2852 blaster.
But I know it's Han Solo's blaster.
Yes, and I bought this when I was 7. It's probably the first thing I bought. And I loved Han.
Now, in the original Star Wars, though, he did gun down.
He did. Greedo.
Yeah.
Greedo had a gun on him, though.
Yeah. But George Lucas had to redo it.
He nerfed it.
He had to make Greedo shoot first.
As a 7-year-old.
Han Solo was a bad guy because he shot first.
But he was a rogue. Han Solo.
Oh, no batteries.
No, the batteries corroded in there. It really messed it up, and I couldn't have one in there. Yeah, I know. The idea that you would somehow use that. But I loved this gun. I loved Han Solo.
We're going to get flagged by YouTube talking
guns. Yeah, there's guns.
Blaster.
But this is a
laser
toy.
Blaster.
This is a toy. It's plastic. Blaster. It does nothing real. But somebody saw it in the background and thought I had a scope on a pistol. And I said, if only this literally opens up and the batteries would go in here.
Well, they took like C's.
Yes, it took C's. It gave it some heft. But yeah, it got corroded.
Knock somebody in the head with it.
It got corroded and it didn't work anymore, and I lost one of the dials.
Let's move on. Cedar, people are going.
No, they're loving it.
They are loving it.
This is a show more about the dummies than the whiskey, because this is old whiskey. This needs to be, no? You want it off?
No, you can put that up there. I don't
thought
care.
You were anti-plastic.
I'm trying to move on to the whiskey.
Well, then you said no. I thought you said no. Then later on, we're going to play a game. We're going to learn more about Scott.
I think that's enough talking.
It ain't.
At first nose, I got a sour maltiness.
At first nose. That should be a T-shirt. Yeah. That should be a dummy shirt. At first nose.
Now, this has been open for a while, but I don't think that would affect it.
No, but I got a little sourness to this. Feels like a young single malt. I get a little rawness.
But vanilla, a little bit of cinnamon, single malt, malty, slight caramel.
What's the ABV? Got to be
40.
weak. Yeah. Yeah, it tells. You can tell. Wow. Yeah, I know. It's watery, but
watermelon.
Okay.
I just had to shush you so I could get that note out. It's the
I
first
took
time
the
I've ever
shush.
got watermelon. It was like right up
First time
front.
you shushed me, I think, too.
It's
10
been a
years.
while.
10 years with a
It's been a
sush.
while.
You even almost touched my lips.
Watermelon. I still get watermelon.
Now I got to look for it.
I didn't know what to expect. We put this one off. It kind of sat in the background there.
For years.
Yeah.
Because I bought it blind, single malt. No name. Seems still a little raw, a little young. I get a little cane sugar.
Mm-hmm.
Cane sugar with oak. I mean, it's tasty.
Ooh.
See, you're liking it, aren't you?
I do like it.
I know. Cane sugar with oak.
Yeah.
I'm not
cane
sure
sugar.
I get watermelon.
Yeah, I
as
still
far
get
as the
watermelon.
sweet, really.
Melon, watermelon. Yeah. Caramel, malty.
It's got nice legs for 40%.
Thin at 40%.
It is thin. I wish this would have been 50, and I think it would have been a butt kicker. Yeah, check that out. See, you want to show it now. That was my
hiding the
favorite
bottle.
blaster.
I didn't realize he's going to hide the bottle.
Well,
with
you
it.
can put it down.
YouTube visual platform.
Doesn't stand on its own. Part of this show, this is going to be a little bit different. This is so old. You'd commented, what are we going to get? 700 views? You're probably right.
300.
300. But I wanted to also make this, and it'll be in the description. This is also a get to know the dummies. I've wanted to do this for a while. So this is from, it was like table games that Chick-fil-A had, but I don't know how I came across these. He's got a blaster on me. Which of your, and I'll answer this as well, which of your personal traits would you like to change? Which of your personal traits would you like to change? Yeah, I know.
Personal traits.
Yeah, because I like my personal traits.
So I'd like to, would like reading more. I think I would acknowledge I need to read more. Is that a personal trait?
Personal trait would be like your hair, your eyes, your earlobes.
Oh.
Yeah, your elbows. You got terrible elbows.
No.
Which of your personal traits? I guess it could be
my earlobes.
It doesn't say physical, so
look
I guess
at these huge ear. They like flop in the wind.
I've got bigger earlobes than you, and I used to be self-conscious because I had a pretty boy buddy of mine that had these perfect ears, and I have huge, fleshy. I actually had. I've told this story before. I was working as a security guard in a mall, and like a goth girl singled me out and came up and was like, "I love your earlobes. I could fit like 20 studs on that earlobe." And then I walked away going, oh my God, they're huge. But my grandfather who passed away, same earlobes. So then I liked them. My bald spot.
Yeah.
It came in
All right,
late.
next question.
You don't like it? You didn't answer it.
I did.
Oh,
yeah, my earlobes.
Okay. That was kind of weak. Would you rather visit a big city or the countryside?
Ooh, countryside.
I know. Really? Because you're a small town guy.
Yeah. No, I've been to, I've been.
You've been in the big cities.
Been in the big cities, and I can't wait to get back to the country.
Yeah, okay, I would agree with that. I would agree.
But, I mean, well, so big cities, the thing is, I do love.
I've been to New York City twice, didn't enjoy it. I mean, it was okay.
What I do love in New York City, Chicago, LA, is really the food and the entertainment. There's so much going on, and the food is just fabulous. It's outstanding.
It is.
You can't get that food in the countryside.
True, unless you're cooking. You make all your own stuff. You're
Mostly.
fabulous.
So
you're fabulous. All right, I would take small town as well. I like big city just because board game wise, you can find folks. You can role play. You can do all that stuff because you need groups that are a little bit odd like me. We won't go through all these. Oh, this one's great. This one I picked for myself, but I'm curious what you have. Who's the best teacher you've ever had?
Mr. Schmidt.
Wow, what grade?
Oh, like several middle school.
Okay. Why?
5th, 6th, 7th, I remember him, and he was a coach too. Of course, I was a small college. Small school.
Yeah.
I just remember he was.
That was good.
He was a good teacher, always personable and just really supportive of the kids.
All right, Mr. Rybold for me, 6th grade teacher. I hated reading at the time, and I'm an addict of reading now. He stirred that. He had this reading worm. You had the head, and every time you read a book, you could add your name, and he wanted to wrap the body of the worm around the class. I loved that, so I went and read a book. That book captured me. It's called My Brother Sam is Dead by the Collier Brothers. And what I remember is I finished it, gave him the oral book report, and I said, it's not library day, but I'm thinking maybe there's another game. And he slid his drawer open so fast, pulled out the pass, and sent me on my own. And I'm walking through the hallway to the library by myself. Usually you went as a class in 6th grade. And I only realized later in life, he was like, oh my God, yes, you can go to the library. And I ran into him 2 weeks before I moved here. I had the job, saw him in the mall. I yelled out, Ronald, because I wasn't sure. And he turned and I was like, it is him. It's him. And I went up and said, hey, do you remember me? And he said, I don't think he did. He said, well, you're taller than I remember. 6th grade. And then I thanked him for hooking me on reading because I'm like an addict of reading. Mr. Rybold, awesome.
That's good.
One more.
No, that's good. We did the gun. We did the whiskey. All right. You got a good one?
I'm looking.
People are going to quit watching.
This is good. No, I know what you want. Hold on.
Get me.
In what era would you have liked to have grown up? If you had an era all through history, what would you like to have grown up?
I think I'm perfect right in the 70s, right where I was at.
I know. See, I like mine too. If anything, I'd say the future.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure I like the future.
No.
I know. I love our era.
Yeah.
Wild West, dirty, dusty, no air conditioning. Renaissance,
I
would have been probably a farmer.
Yeah.
Eking by.
Well, that's it. We had a little bit of technology was coming. You had television and movies.
Right. Radio was
but
huge.
there wasn't internet or social media.
There was you could leave your house untracked. You would just I remember Mom saying, get out of the house. And we would just be gone until sundown.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And summertime, that was it.
Freedom.
You weren't allowed.
No shoes. I remember just walking around, no shoes. Just getting stickers. Nobody cared. Those little pokers. Yeah, we lived.
There was a reel on Instagram that pointed out the other day. They used to have a commercial at 10 o'clock when the news came on. It's 10 o'clock, 10 p.m. Do you know where your children are? Because kids aren't. We better go find them. They're still outside.
Yeah, nobody really cared about us too much.
They'd be like yelling, Scott!
Yeah, the kids are so cared for now that everybody, where are you at? What are you doing? I signed you up for 18 activities. We had nothing.
No.
Nothing. I remember making games out of sticks and like wood and rocks. Like, what are we doing? We're gonna hit this rock and how far we go.
I can remember that. I think the time though, as far as technology, movies and television actually made me more creative because I can remember. Yes. I mean, I was into cowboys, army, astronauts and space. Yes. Yeah, space travel. You go on the moon, and then Star Wars happened.
Right, but you couldn't go watch it. You had to go to the theater again if you wanted to see it again. I didn't have that option. Parents took me once. Then I bought this big comic book thing that I remembered was huge, but I found it in a box. It's not that big. It's not like a small comic, but I thought it was this huge atlas type thing. But that was the only way I could relive the movie was from flipping through that comic book. And I probably went through that multiple times like, this is awesome. And then the figures. Nowadays, nothing. The phones are but they're awesome too. But yeah, I know. And we're able to do this. So
I'm actually going with 85. 85 on the Cedar Ridge.
Very nice. So you got to know the dummies a little bit. If you like this, let us know. We're so personable. I thought they've got to know some more about us. Yeah, they've got to know
what are you scoring
about us. I like single malts. This one's coming in a little weak for me, though, at 40% especially. I didn't even hear because I don't listen to what you say. I didn't hear what you said. 84. What did you rate it?
I literally just said it.
I wasn't paying attention
30
at all.
seconds.
I was thinking about what I was going to say.
85.
I was literally just like, he's talking, blah, 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 blah. What am I going to say next? I didn't pay attention. I apologize.
Yeah, that's right. They're starting at an 80. It actually exceeded expectations a little bit. It is lighter ABV. I don't know if they're still making this or not. This was several years ago. I'm surprised by it. It's better than I expected.
Is it out of Iowa?
Yeah. Yep.
They should be making it, but yeah, it's not bad.
Go to ScotchTestDummies.com. You can pick up coins, glasses, barrel caps. These are bamboo barrel caps. They're new. They got a little rubber grommet. You can push it into your glass and seal it.
Shove it in.
Don't spill it. Spill it.
Spiel it. Spiel is game in German. Also, you can go to Patreon. Look up ScotchTestDummies.com. You can support for as little as $1 a month, $1 a show. You can go all the way up to $3 if you like. So, Scotch It. You Scotch gods.
Cilantro. Dummies. It's a laser blaster, not a gun.
A blazer blaster?
In
the comments.